I used to talk about Constantine? You know, that really cool DC show that fucking got canceled at the 12 episodes because I was on the wrong fucking network? We back, bitches! Episode 6, let's do it.
Went down, down, down in the place when and it burns, that ring of fire.
So, before we begin about last episode, some slight corrections. That was a specter. I was speculating because I wasn't sure. However, Corrigan at the end of the episode became the specter. So let's jump right in fully here. Our episode starts out with a murder. Whodunit? Please tell me the whodunit. Whodunit, please, please, please. And it pans over to a child. The child did it with a nail gun in the study with Mr. Hands. Nailed it. After the intro, we cut to a policewoman actually doing their duty of protecting as we see her try to console the child. She bickers with who I assume is her partner.
Emily and I are having a visit.
You don't want to make Sergeant wait.
As the girl continues to use what looks like her psychic powers to make the water move. Is it too late to change my answer? Wait, were we actually even playing? The child goes full blackout person as this causes the glass to explode. It cuts to Constantine and his homeboy discussing their plans. There was a bit of discussion I had to cut out due to time really, but...
So, where do you want to start?
Back in bed.
Just being honest. Chaz, I know what I need to do and I'll get it sorted, alright? As soon as you go home.
It's a good character moment for both of them, and we really needed more of that. John reluctantly cries from the map to the next location. Alabama. In Alabama, John is informed of what happened, and just breaks in, only to be harassed by our favorite angel. Love that guy.
Oh, what is it you want?
Battle plans, John. Time to draw them up.
Battle plans, eh?
You know bugger all about what we're up against. I know there's a darkness rising, John. It's ancient beyond measure. You're going to stem the tide of its attacks.
Constantine and the angel discuss the crime a little bit, but the angel refuses to actually help John due to biblical rules that make sense in a little bit.
What are you, a divine messenger with an omnipotent boss? Don't be stingy.
When humanity was granted free will, angels lost the power to directly influence events on Earth.
John impresses the angel when he uses his magic to recreate the crime scene. We learned that the girl was possessed by a demon who in fact killed the parents. So I won that game. We also learned that the ghost is actually a child and is hunting other children to possess them. And possess it does, as we get more screams of terror as a kid is possessed by the demon, only for his parents to come check on the room for monsters. Which in this universe, as we've seen, probably actually is monsters there somewhere. And honestly, this is kind of sweet in an edgy Midwestern white dad way.
There's a whole costume that comes with this. No, you wear that and the kids will be scared of you. I promise.
You honestly think this is helpful?
Honestly, Henry's a strong kid if we just let him be.
I don't know who this dad's actor is, but I hope he lives on in us all. And with that, it's Halloween! And I'm really late. So fun fact, I actually wrote that joke last year. Anyways, the moon is full and its silver starlight shines down upon the land when we get a monster's view as the ghost thing stalks the child again. The ghost opens the closet only to be bested by the kid's closet? I'm starting to think this child's possession isn't that powerful. Wait, what? There's more? The child possessing ghost goes for the kill as it reveals itself to poor little Timmy, our sweet precious boy. Timmy screams, calls upon his parents, but when it zooms in, we only get, well, I'll tell that this isn't our poor little sweet Timmy anymore. But that's okay, it's time to get fucking wasted. We finally return to our homeboy Constantine as he meets up with a paralegal, who gives him information on the girl. We learn a few things about her. 1, she's in protective services, and 2, it's impossible to get a hold of her. But 3, John Constantine is a master of the impossible. We also do learn that there's no connection between everything so far, that this isn't the first time this demon's possessed anybody, and that there's no real correlation to connect the dots, really. Well, we actually do learn that there's one correlation, but it's not really much to work with, that they all throw fits before killing people. It's not much to work with, but John can make it work, because he's John fucking Constantine. John and the paralegal plan out an attack as they find out there's a survivor who may be able to speak to him, but he's in a mental asylum. And the plan backfires as John learns that the survivor has been drugged up and cannot talk. Constantine and the boys travel to Alabama to try to save the kid. But it's too late. No, literally, it's too late. It's bedtime. So we cut to the next day as Constantine tries to intervene in a fight, but the security guard stops him. This gives the kid enough time to kill his bully. Jesus. The parents do try to discipline the kid, but it doesn't go so well. Each parenting style is different and doesn't work.
Boy came into my hospital with a fractured skull.
Were you defending yourself, buddy?
Don't buddy him.
However, Constantine has really great timing for once, as he shows up and tries to say he's from the school, using this to try to exorcise the demon. But Constantine is being a weirdo, and it doesn't seem to work, as the dad just decks him in the fucking face. That monster! Who would hurt Matt Ryan's handsome face, though? No. In prison, Constantine has a really deep breakdown.
No bail money, no booze.
It only took me like 6 months in the loony bin to turn me into a bloody amateur. I'm cursed when it comes to kids.
During his emotional monologue, the angel decides he can do something, kind of. This actually is really accurate to the rules of biblical canon involving angels. I'm surprised it did that. Post-creation of free will, angels can't help humans, but they can still technically guide us. But, like, what this man is doing isn't technically breaking the rules. Guidance isn't direct help, sort of. And this is fucking reply is the most toughest guidance, tough love John fucking needs.
I made it through my life without any help from you.
Are you sure about that? How do you know I wasn't by your side when your father burned you with his cigarette? Or stayed you from suicide when your sister left you alone with him?
And the parents are fighting hard. Demon uses this chance to possess the child. So far, this child has been honestly terrifying. I'm not just saying it because I fucking wrote it down in the script either. My thought process in watching this back now, this episode is fucking terrifying. But I'm choosing to talk about it now with this scene because if I do it every scene, it's going to get redundant. I'm going to pull the curtains back. What the writers did here is the most soul-crushing thing a child could go through other than molestation. And this allegory is so fucking well written, it hurts. This is the most blatantly toxic relationship you could have as a child. Being constantly fought over by your parents as a kid. Do you coddle him like the mom is? Do you teach him tough love as the dad's doing? It's okay to be taught to make a stand for yourself. But to be told things like, be a man and fight back, this is openly in front of everyone even. In front of the kid. It poisons you. It poisons the well to a point where the child becomes what the child has become. And that's what this demon is. An infection. A disease that can be easily cured with enough love, support, and this kid needs it more than ever before it turns him into an actual monster. Okay, we're being too serious now. It's not gay, but like, if John's offering me a blowjob, I'm not saying no. Okay, that didn't work? Okay. I love Vixen and Power Girl. I want them to have a 3-way on my dick. Nailed it. Anyways, the mom does free Constantine and buys him brunch. Not like northern brunch, like sliders, but like real brunch, like Waffle House. At brunch, the mom asks John about the demon, and she asks how they can stop it. John mentions that they need her help, and honestly, she accepts it. Without question, honestly. The kid doodles some really fucked up shit, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? Bro, you need therapy. The mom tricks the kid into drinking some sedatives by injecting it into his arms. After setting the kid into she drives Constantine to the location of the first possession ever happened, and reveals how they're gonna free the boy. By binding the demon into the house it first ever possessed somebody in.
Now! Don't break the circle.
It's coming. A three-legged deer? What does that mean?
It means we're wasting our bloody time.
Obviously that wasn't gonna work. But you know what will? An exorcism! But no, for real though. They're gonna do an exorcism next. On Halloween, Omega level spooky! And they arrive back to the house. And the father is fucking furious at seeing Constantine. The parents fight and the boy is fucking pissed as he uses his powers to throw a fucking chair at the fucking father like he's fucking Rob Van Dam. The demon escapes, forcing Constantine to chase after him. They go into a spooky haunted house. In the haunted house, we get a lot of jump scares and pretty fucked up imagery. John hurries through this long field of fake outs until he finds the boy. Well, demon. And he has a fucking axe.
Relax. Of course.
The battle starts out pretty badly as the boy just throws John around like a fucking rag doll. Okay though, because John uses his downtime, trying to use an emotional tactics and tough love to try to trick the demon into the right spot.
You get no such pity from me, boy! Marcelo Panetti!
Exorcising the boy and bowing the demon into his rightful place, his own body. You see, he wasn't a demon or a ghost of a dead man. He was a person, a living one. And John has to exorcise that spirit back into his body. That's some clever shit. Honestly, this has been the best episode of it, and pun not intended with the great darkness and all that, but this has been the darkest episode of Constantine so far. And I'm here for the series. And this is also proof the show could have lasted longer on any other fucking network. And I am for this episode getting darker like this. It handles things like trauma, possession, fucking acting out. It handles it so fucking beautifully well. Sorry, Joe. And it could have happened really well. The story itself is mixing great old school story of horror, of like building suspense and all that, and then new fucking jump scare spooky stuff. It is so fucking well, and it fucking was wasted on fucking a network nobody watches except for boomers who only like cop shows. Honestly, this episode's been fucking amazing, and I wish she had more. Anyways, I'm Next to Giga. Have a good Halloween. Stay safe. If you don't see me again, peace. Limp Bizkit fan.